Welcome back to my channel. Hi, I'm Tanealia. If you're new, welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining me here today. In today's video, we're going to be doing a Shop My Stash Get Ready With Me. I did mention in my last Shop My Stash, if you guys wanted to see any of the products that I was pulling for this rotation, to let me know down in the comments. And a couple of you guys did comment with some of the products that you like to see me use. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm basically going to be doing like a kind of a simple everyday spring look. Now, I do a full makeup every single time I leave the house. I'm not someone who just throws on a little bit of foundation, a little bit, brow pencil. That's not me. I do a full face, but, depending on the day, it may be a little bit lighter of a full face, maybe a little bit more dramatic. It just depends. In this video, we're just going to be doing kind of a simple, for me anyway, everyday spring looks. We're going to start off with primer, and I'm going to use two today. The first one is going to be the Pore Vanish Primer from Relove. This is the new drugstore brand from Makeup Revolution. I've seen this one at Walmart. You can also get it on the Relove website, the Revolution, and some of the products are on Walmart.com. And then I'm also going to go into the Hard Candy Pore Defense Primer Serum. This has been in my project empties. I have maybe that much left there, so we're trying to go ahead and finish that. I'm going to go in with this primer first. My nose is like a little bit itchy right there. I had to take a Zyrtec D today, you guys. My allergies were so bad this morning. My nostrils were like super itchy, and I was losing it. So I had to take a Zyrtec D. Zyrtec D, as you guys know, it is not cheap. I think we paid $23 for like 25 or something like that from Walgreens. So I only pull out the Zyrtec D if I feel like I really, really need it. Otherwise, I just use the regular Zyrtec. Today was definitely a Zyrtec D day for sure. The Hard Candy Pore Defense Primer. This one has a little bit of a tacky base to it, or a tacky feel to it. It's kind of like the e.l.f. What is that one called? It's kind of like the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I think it's what it's called, but not quite as sticky. I really do like this one. Unfortunately, though, I think it has been discontinued, so whenever I do finally finish using it, I don't think I'm going to be able to pick it up again, but it feels so good in the skin. Leaves the skin feeling nice and smooth, and I find that foundation just goes over it really, really nicely. For foundation, we're going to be using the NYX Bear With Me Blur. I have mine in medium 10. It's slightly deep for me, so what I've been doing is I take my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo. This is in medium sand, and I take a little bit of this, and I just kind of dot it all over my face. And then I will blend the Bear With Me foundation into it, and it makes a really good shade match. And just the finish of these two products combined is really nice. And then I'm also going to use it as my regular under eye concealer. I've been playing around with my background. I'm sure you guys have probably noticed, if you've watched my last few videos, that the background has like been changing a little bit. I found these really cute signs right there, these little pictures. They look like perfume bottles, and I found them at the Dollar Tree in like the Mother's Day section, and they were so cute. They did have a third bottle. That one I didn't really like as much. I just got these two. And so what I wanted to do was to put them, back here, and I did try that in the video with where I was trying out the products from e.l.f. and I noticed that they had like a really bright reflection. The front of them, it's glass. The perfume bottles are actually painted onto the glasses. If it was like, painted like on cardboard and the glass was over it, I could just take the glass off, but the perfume bottles are actually painted on the glass. So when I had them here, the ring light and the box lights were just reflecting off of it. So it did not look good. So I've been trying to figure out a good placement for them, and I guess right there. Hold on, I'm going to push my camera up just a little bit. I'm realizing it's just a little bit low, so give me just a second. Okay, that is a little bit better. You can see them like really good up there. They look really, really cute. Considering the fact that I only paid $1.25 for them, they're really, really nice. They look pretty decent up there behind my little gold sign. Let me know, guys, down in the comments what you think. Back to the makeup. As you guys can see, combining the foundation and that e.l.f. camo, it just looks really, really good. Now I'm going to take the camo concealer and just go directly underneath my eyes, just for a little bit of coverage. I really like this formula. The regular camo concealer, I did not like. I felt like that one was super drying. And you guys, I have oily skin, and that one I just felt like was too drying on me. But I do like the hydrating one. I feel like it covers and just looks really, really nice under the eyes. It's not like too much, not too drying. Doesn't just like settle all into the lines under my eyes. You know, I'm over the age of 40, so yes, I do have lines under my eyes. It does happen. Everything settles under my eyes. I mean, all of the formulas do, but the hydrating one from e.l.f., it doesn't crease as much, which is nice. For my setting powder, I'm going to use the Milani Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Powder. What I will say about this as I'm applying it, this is supposed to be translucent. First of all, it's not translucent. It does have a little bit of color to it. So if you have like fair to medium, I would just stay away from this because it's going to darken your makeup. It darkens mine a little bit, but it's not as bad on me. But yeah, if your skin is like on that fair side, I wouldn't even bother trying it because it's going to completely change the color of your foundation. It's also super matte. When I say super matte, I mean matte. And like I've mentioned, I have oily skin. And usually, you know, I like a mattifying powder, but if you put this one, too much of this one on, it just makes your face look super dry. Just like it sucks out all the moisture out of your face. It's not at all one of my favorite powders. I really liked the other one. I cannot remember the name of the formula, but I really like the other powder much better than this one. This is one that once I've used up, I will not be repurchasing again. I have to go in this one with a very light hand because if I go in too much, it just makes my face look super dry, and I don't like that, you know. I may have oily skin, but I still liked my skin to look like it has a little bit of hydration. You know, I don't want it to look like the Sahara Desert. One of the things that I like to do after I've applied my foundation is just to kind of go over my face, just to see if there are any spots that I may have missed, like over here. I missed a little bit, and then just apply a little bit of powder in the spots that I may have missed. When you have oily skin, it's important to make sure, you know, everything is set down and you don't miss any areas. For my brows, I'm going to fill in using this waterproof brow pencil. This is from Belle Beauty. This is part of that QVC luxury makeup haul that I did. And I've really been liking this pencil. I don't know what happened, but the lid that goes on this side, it's disappeared. It like fell off and I cannot find it. But yeah, this part I'm just going to do off camera. I just, you know, lightly fill in my brows, and then we will move on to bronzer, blush, and highlight. For bronzer, I'm going to go into my Wet n Wild Coloricon bronzer, What Shady Beaches. Really been enjoying this one. This is one of my favorite bronzers in my collection. It gives me just the perfect amount of bronze. The tone is really nice. It's not too deep, it's not too light, it's not too orange, it's not too brown or rather red. It just gives me just the right amount of bronze. I love this one, and I find that this one looks really nice on multiple skin tones. I've seen a couple of YouTubers who are kind of in that light to medium, and it works well on them as well. Just so you guys know, I did make a Sephora VIB order. Most of the products I ordered were from the Sephora collection. You know, they usually have all the Sephora collection products will be on sale for like 30% right along, you know, with that 20, 15, you know, 10% that you see on there. So most of the products I picked up are from the Sephora collection. I did pick up a few other products as well, but it's coming UPS ground. And when I went to check out, it said because of like high demand and all that, shipping may take a little bit longer. And I think it's not even set to be delivered until around May 4th. I also made a Temu order, but the Temu order is set to get here before. So you guys may see the Temu haul before the Sephora one actually gets here. But when the Sephora haul gets here, I will definitely do a try on of all the products that I got. We're going to take just a little bit of bronzer and go across the bridge of my nose. I like to do that because, you know, that's one of the places that the sun naturally hits, you know, so I like to warm up that area as well. I just realized that I did not set my under eyes, so I'm going to take a little bit of this AOA Studio Puff and Set Banana Powder, tap a little bit in my hands, and just go ahead and just set my under eyes real quick. Now for blush and highlight, and I'm just going to use this little palette from I Love Revolution. It's the Peach and Glow. I just think this is so pretty. It has a really pretty peachy blush on this side. It just kind of gradiates into a highlighter. So we're going to apply this. It's a very soft, glowy blush, but not like super glowy. If you stick to like just this little portion right here, it gives you just a tiny bit of glow, you know, but where it's not like, you know, overpowering, you know, someone like me who has oily skin. I like a little bit of a glow, but I don't want like a super overpowering glow to my face because, having oily skin after a few hours, my natural oils start to come through and everything is shiny and radiant anyway. Yesterday, my daughter and I went to the mall. Her prom is in a couple of weeks and we still need to get shoes. So we went to the prom. We went to Dealers and picked up some shoes. We tried Macy's. They didn't have anything. We went to Windsor, which is where she got her dress. And they had these really pretty kind of shifty, sparkly blue shoes. Her dress is a deep sapphire blue, and they still had the dress in the store, so we were able to hold the shoes up to the dress. And on their own, the shoes were really nice, but when you held them up to the dress, the shoes just looked really cheap in comparison. And then the blue shift in them just wasn't quite right, so we didn't get those there. But we ended up finding a really nice pair at Dillard's, and they were on sale too, which is really, really nice. And this blush is just so pretty. I don't use it nearly enough. I think I'm going to be pulling it out a lot, as we finish off the spring and go into the summer, because, as you guys can see, it's just so pretty. And I'm going to take this in, kind of like in here, for my highlight. I cannot believe that my daughter is about to graduate. Her graduation is May 18th, I think it is. We still have her senior banquet. She also has her sports banquet coming up. A lot of events until graduation, but yeah, it's hard to believe that pretty soon my little baby girl will be out into the world. One thing I see people do a lot of is like they'll take highlighter and they go like here and they go here. I don't do that. I only apply it on my cheeks. Like I said, I have oily skin, and within a couple of hours, if I did that on my forehead, it would just look super greasy. So yeah, on me, I don't really like doing that. All right, now we're going to move into our eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be using the Crowne Pro. One of you guys mentioned you'd like to see me do a look with this one. I'm going to prime real quick using my Milani eyeshadow primer. While that's setting down, I'm going to go ahead and set my makeup real quick with my setting spray. I haven't done that yet. I'm going to be using the Blooming setting spray from Wet n Wild. This is part of that Blooming collection they did last year. I actually have the spray in this bottle. The sprayer in here absolutely sucks. It just kind of comes out in the stream. So anytime that I'm using a setting spray and the sprayer is not good, I just put it in this one. This was the A+ oil control setting spray from Shop Miss A, but this one is like an awesome sprayer on it. I just really like this one. What I like about the setting spray is that it doesn't dry down to like a matte finish. It leaves like a slight bit of a glow to the skin. So what I like to do is set everything down with like my regular setting spray, the kind that locks everything down, and then I take a bit of this and go over the top just to kind of take down, the matteness so it doesn't look too dry. And the products combined together work really well for me. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take my sponge while the product is drying and just lightly go over my face, and it just kind of helps to melt all the products together so you don't have like any harsh lines, and it just looks really, really soft and natural. All right, going into the Crowne palette. This palette, you guys, was the very first palette I ever got in a BoxyCharm. That was like 3 years ago, but I love it. As you can see, it's just got these perfect peachy warm tones. It's perfect for the spring. It's perfect for the summer. The formula is just super, super buttery. It blends like a dream. It's funny because I vividly remember that first box. I got a second palette as well. That one I declared a long time ago, but this one is just absolute perfection. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shade right here. They don't have shade names. I'm just going to take that one. I just kind of go over my lid just to kind of start warming things up, and then we'll slowly deepen things with a couple of the other shades. Yesterday, when my daughter and I were kind of shoe shopping, I thought about vlogging, but I ended up not doing it. I'm sure you guys have noticed that I have not been vlogging. I did vlog for a little while, kind of like starting in my second year, but I noticed that those videos, they just were not getting many views. The very first vlog, you guys did so well. I got so much support, and people were like, oh wow, this is so great, thank you for sharing, some things. And I got excited about it, did the second vlog, and did not get the same response as the first one. No comments. I think I got about half the views, and then every vlog after that was exactly the same. Was not getting many reviews. It just felt like, people just aren't really interested in my life, so I kind of stopped doing them. I'm not like secretive about my life. Like when I do videos, I don't really talk about a lot of things, but it's not because I'm secretive. It's not because I don't want to talk about my life. It's because, you guys, I don't really do anything. So even when it comes to vlogging, I'm not really doing a whole lot that's interesting enough to vlog about. We're going to take this shade into the crease, and then this shade I'm going to put on the outer corner. And I'm just going to use my little Beauty Bay crease brush here for that. Before the pandemic, we used to do a lot more. We did a lot of events, went to a lot of, conventions and stuff, and we just had a lot more activity. I used to get out a lot more, but, ever since the pandemic, I don't know, I don't get out as much as I used to. I pretty much go to work. As many of you know, I am an Uber driver, so I do my rides. I come home, take care of the house, take care of the kids, film my videos, edit, whatever, and that's pretty much it. I mean, that's pretty much my life. Rarely do I actually get out and do anything. So when it comes to vlogging, when it comes to just kind of, I'm not really doing anything that's worth, talking about or vlogging. But definitely let me know down in the comments, guys, if vlogs and stuff like that is something that you would like to see me do again. I don't know, like I said, for a while there, I just felt like I was doing it, nobody cared. And vlogs do take a little bit more time than just regular sit-down videos. But if I see enough interest and you guys would like to see me do that again, definitely let me know. I don't have a problem with that. I'm a little bit out of practice because I haven't done it in a while, but I'm more than willing to try vlogging again. Like I said, if it's something that you guys would, show any real interest in. Getting back to the eye look, as you guys can see, the shadow just blends like absolute butter on my eyelids. This is one of my absolute favorite formulas that I have in my entire collection. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of this palette. It's just so beautiful. It just gives me the most simplest, warm, peachy looks. Love it. Taking my Joa shader brush, I'm going to go into this shade right here and lay that one all over the lid. And then I'm going to take like a little small pencil brush, and this one will go in the inner corner. As far as the availability of this palette, honestly, you guys, I don't know. Like I said, I got this one out of a BoxyCharm. I do believe, if I'm aware, Crowne World does either have their own website, or you can find their products on like websites where they do like, makeup artist makeup or something like that. I'm not positive. If I can find it anywhere, I'll let you guys know. But it's a pretty old palette, so it may not still be available. As always, anything that's I can link, I will definitely do so. I'm going to take that brighter shade just right into this corner area just to add a little bit of life. Since I'm doing, that kind of everyday soft spring look, I'm going to go with the brown liner instead of a black one. This one is from Belle Forever. It is the Perfect Brown 24-Hour Waterproof Eyeliner. It is an ink liner. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and do this off camera. You guys have seen me apply my eyeliner 1,000 times. I'm just doing it with a brown pen instead of a black one. While off camera, I went on ahead and threw in my waterline, my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Exit. I feel like the white liner really, really makes my eyes pop and just looks really, really soft and pretty. And I threw on for my lashes from Salon Perfect, these Wisper Wink Vegan Meat Collection lashes. These are so pretty. I picked these up from Walmart. Now for my everyday makeup, I don't usually wear lashes, and mainly because I wear sunglasses whenever I'm driving and they smack the back of the sunglasses. So mascara is just easy in general whenever I'm just, doing Uber rides and not anything else. All right, so to finish off with lips, we are going to be using a combination of the Persona lip pencil in 90210. I love this pencil. It's very warm and peachy. I've been having the most difficult time finding like the perfect peachy new liner. I really like this one. It's a little bit too warm sometimes, and like a little bit too brown for some of my nude shades. I ordered a pencil from LYS that I want to try, and a whole bunch of them from Temu, so hopefully some of those will work out. For my lipstick, I'm going to use this one from Camo's. It is in Rotten Tomatoes, which is not like the best shade name, but it's a very pretty peachy nude. I've actually really been enjoying this shade and this formula. I wouldn't mind getting some more. It's very, very super creamy. It looks super smooth on the lips, and it is long wearing. And I think this is only like $2, so it's very, very, very affordably priced as well. I mean, just look at that lip color. It goes perfect with this eye look, perfect with the blush. I just love the way the look came out all together. Definitely let me know, guys, in the comments what you think. But yeah, this is kind of like my everyday spring look. You know, if I'm not trying out, you know, bright new spring colors, which I like to do as well, but just for an everyday soft, kind of a peachy natural look, this is what I like to go for. Let me know, guys, once again, what you think. If you enjoyed the video and you found it helpful, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with the channel, with getting the video into recommendations and, you know, things like that. If you are new to the channel and you are not already subscribed, I would love it if you would consider joining my little family and hitting subscribe. And make sure you also tap the notification bell so you do not miss a thing. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.